We know that teachers have been facing some challenges with respect to academic integrity, plagiarism, and cheating in the distance learning environment. The first way to be proactive about trying to prevent this from happening in your class is to take the time to teach your students about academic integrity. And there are several ways you can do this. First, review academic integrity in your field or discipline. What does this mean in the area of the arts, or in the social sciences, or in math, or in science? Make sure you intentionally discuss that with your students. Next, teach your students how to cite sources. Even if they're in a grade 11 or grade 12 class, don't assume that they've already covered the different styles of citing sources. Make sure, if you expect them to cite sources, you review that skill before each assessment piece where you would have them do that. Clarify your expectations each time you assign an assessment task. Don't assume, okay, I've assigned another essay, I think they'll just know to include footnotes. Make sure that is clear in the description for the assessment about how you expect them to have academic integrity. Clarify, this is not an open book test. Clarify, you must include endnotes or footnotes or citations in your work. Be clear about when tasks are individual versus collaborative. When students are learning at a distance, it's not as obvious if they've made an assumption that, oh, I think I can work with a partner on this, because you don't see them moving their desk next to one another. So again, as soon as you are giving that task for students to complete, make sure you make your expectations clear that I expect you to work on this on your own, or you are permitted to collaborate with a classmate on this task. Next, reflect on how easy it is for students to approach you with concerns. This can be a tough one. First of all, logistically, do students know how to access you if they need support? Do they know the best method? Do they know the best time? Can they expect a timely response? But perhaps more importantly, do all of your students feel like it is emotionally safe to approach you for support? Some of our students, those that are more shy or introverted or anxious, may feel really vulnerable about asking you for help. So when they ask, do they get a string of you shoulda, you shoulda, you shoulda? Or instead, are they getting a, hey, I hear your problem. Let's sit down and figure this out together. Those little things can have a big impact for some students. Model academic integrity in your own practice in the classroom. Teachers sometimes fall into this habit where they find things online that are really good and use them in their classroom, which is fine, but ask yourself, when I do that, do I model for my students how I'm sharing where this resource came from? So just think about that. Are you modeling academic integrity in your own practice in the classroom? It's good for them to see that when you include that image in your slideshow, you've given credit to where that image came from.